Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and this is a laptop that's been on this channel before, but it's been many years since I've shown it. This is the Dell Inspiron 6000, but this is not the exact one that I had. The original one I got brand new in January of 2006 and used it for several years. But the reason I don't have it anymore is because several years ago I gave it to a really good friend of mine as kind of an heirloom for her graduation, because we used to kind of share the laptop together in school. So it's with her now, as far as I know. So this one in particular I bought at Goodwill back in 2020 for $3. And it already had RAM in it, but it was missing the hard drive and the hard drive caddy, unfortunately. That's always a pain when they don't keep the hard drive caddy in these things. But this has been sitting in my closet for almost 3 years. I haven't done anything with it since I bought it, except power it on to test, and 3 years ago it worked, so I'm assuming it still works. It just needs a hard drive and a battery, which I don't have at the moment. I didn't realize it didn't have a battery. So I had just got in the mood to where I wanted to get this thing up and running and relive the age of 16, I guess. That's when I had this laptop. I got it when I was 16, so it was originally released in 2005. Of course, I bought it in early '06. Has a 1.6 or 1.7 gigahertz Intel Pentium M, which is actually not a bad processor. My original one had 512 megs of RAM, but in 2007 I upgraded it to a gig. This one, I don't remember how much RAM it has. I have plenty of DDR2 sticks of memory lying around. If we need to upgrade it, that's going to be no problem at all. And mine originally had an 80 gig IDE hard drive. This one does not have any at the moment, so I don't know what it originally had, but I do have a replacement for it, which is kind of special. My original had a DVD-RW drive. It was actually my first laptop with a DVD-RW drive, but this one only has a DVD reader and CD writer. And there's the ports on the back. Legacy free, unfortunately. And mine originally shipped with Windows XP Media Center Edition 2005 with Service Pack 2. According to the COA on this one just had XP Professional, but I'm going to see if I can shoehorn Media Center on here anyway. Don't tell Microsoft, and don't tell Dell either. So, first thing we got to do to get this thing up and running is we need to give it a hard drive. And for a hard drive, I'm going to go a slightly different route. Ordered a caddy off of eBay the other day, and it came. But I'm also going to be installing this special drive here. This is a 64 gig mSATA SSD on a IDE adapter, which is in this white plastic shell right here. And this is going to go in here, and this is actually going to have an SSD. So we'll go ahead and slide it into place. There we go. And it's like one of the screw holes right there got broken, so let me grab my screwdriver. We can at least put one of the screws in. Okay, that should suffice. Yeah, this particular one, like my other one, seems to have been quite well used. I remember mine, the labels on the media buttons here were completely worn off eventually. And inside, it's in really good shape, except for this crack right here on the plastic. And the keyboard is extremely worn out. I would not be against replacing this. And of course, because this has Intel Wi-Fi and an Intel processor, this is one of those Intel Centrino mobile technology laptops. Actually, back when I was 16 when I got this, I was naive to think Centrino was an actual processor. Oh well. Anyway, let's plug power up to it. And presumably we're going to have a dead CMOS battery. So let's give it some power. Alright, and it's posting. And we'll go into setup. This is a 1280 by 800 screen. This was my first computer ever with a widescreen display. I'm probably going to get a CMOS error. Come on, error. Oh, no error. That's surprising. Okay, BIOS dates from June 27th of 2005. This is a 1.86 gigahertz Pentium M. This might actually be a teeny bit faster than my original. Alright, we already have 2 gigs of RAM in here. That's the maximum this laptop can take, so I am very, very satisfied with that. And there's our 64 gig SSD. And, oh, now this is interesting. This has the upgraded video card, the ATI Mobility Radeon X300. Mine originally had the only the onboard Intel, but someone decided to get a little fancy with this and upgrade it to a ATI Mobility. That's really cool with 64 megs of video memory, because I remember my original could not run Vista with Aero because of the Intel video. I don't know if this can or not, but this is definitely an upgrade because my original 6000s kind of struggled with games. I remember The Sims 2 would crash the whole system. And of course, we don't have a battery. And wow, the date and time is actually exactly right. That is surprising. So the CMOS battery in here is still fully functional. That is cool. That is cool. Okay, so everything looks good in here. So let's go ahead and put our Windows XP Media Center DVD in. Of course, these 6000s did have a restore partition, but I don't have the original hard drive, so we're just going to have to do a plain non-Dell install. Of course, this is a Dell CD, or DVD, I should say. And we'll see if we can get it to the boot menu. This was a very handsome looking laptop too back then. I was very proud of it. Now, one thing I didn't consider is the health of the DVD drive, because on these old computers, the optical drive is the first thing to go. So I don't know if we'll be able to use this or not. If not, thankfully this laptop can boot from USB. We can just go that route. Yeah, that doesn't sound too promising. Well, I was wanting to replace it with a DVD-RW drive anyway, so not the end of the world, but we're going to have to go the USB route. Let me go find my USB DVD drive. Okay, it aired out when I took the disk out, but I got my external drive here. We'll see if we can boot from it. Maybe we'll have better luck with that. Ooh. There was no option for booting from the USB. And I thought there was. Well, it's showing up there. But why isn't it in the boot menu? Unless it just doesn't like it. I mean, I could also copy the ISO to a USB drive if we have to. Now this might help actually if we move the USB storage device up a little bit, if I can remember. I'll do that. Okay. Save and exit, because why not? Yeah, it's not detecting the DVD drive for some reason. And by the way, this is one of my least favorite noises in the world. I call that the Dell beep of death. If you have a Dell and it makes that noise, it means you're in for some kind of irritation. So I think we're just going to have to use a USB thumb drive, unfortunately. Okay, I got the ISO copied to a flash drive, and now we have USB storage device available to boot to. We're going to use our old friend Easy to Boot. I was kind of hoping to do it the old-fashioned way this time with a DVD, but I think one, built-in DVD drive is busted, and two, it just doesn't like booting from USB DVD drives for some reason. So we will go over here to Windows, XP Step 1, and we'll choose number 8. Don't detect SATA drivers because this is ISO only. Oh. Well, that didn't go as planned. But I had a feeling something like that would happen. It seems like it had some kind of storage driver issue that I just briefly saw when going through Easy to Boot. I should have gone through it a little bit slower, so I could have read the what was going on. Windows install menu. 8. ISO is too large to load into memory. That is just weird. Okay, we'll try this again, see if we blue screen. Did it a little bit differently this time. At least I think I did, because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, how blue is our blue screen going to be? Ah, no blue screen of death. Instead, we get the blue screen of peace. as I call it. Yep, F8. Oh man, it's gonna see. It sees the USB drive as drive C. So it's probably going to see this, yep, as drive F, and I do not want it to do that. But, hey, managed to do it anyway. And this is our 64 gig SSD. I've actually got the same model SSD in my Inspiron 2650 that we did a video about recently. And for a lowly 1.7 or 1.8 gigahertz Pentium 4M, that's actually a really good upgrade for that laptop. XP flies on it. The only time it struggles is if you go online, but other than that, XP runs pretty well on it. A lot better than it did on a spinning disk. Especially with all the updates and service packs there are now for XP. And with this laptop being even faster, oh, this is going to be a dream. Alright, let's head into the GUI portion of setup. I've done this so many times with XP, it's not even funny anymore. Okay, you're gonna boot. There we go. Got a little scared for a second. An exciting new look. Okay, just gotta answer a few questions. I'm Billy, not Built Core. From this would be a lot easier if I didn't have my tripod right in front of everything. Okay, here we go. We'll name it Dell 6000. This is the Eastern time zone. This does have onboard FireWire, so we'll probably get a network prompt. Yep. Alright, not much else to see here. We will resume when we get to the out-of-box experience. Alright, setup is pretty much done now. I did not mean it to boot back into that. So we will just tell it to boot to hard drive. Come on. Seems to take a minute for it to get its head together before loading Windows. Which scared me at first a while ago. Okay, come on, you can do it. Okay, let's reboot and just skip the USB drive altogether. I do have to keep it in though, for now at least. There we go. Guess it didn't like the easy to boot thing. Ooh, look how fast that was. Of course, once we install software and drivers, that will indeed slow it down. And no sound drivers, so no cool out-of-box music. Come on. Yeah, we'll do that thanks to Legacy Update, which is now available. Put my name in there. Probably hook up a USB mouse in a minute. With this being Media Center, the first boot usually takes a little bit longer. Just something about the way Media Center Edition is. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, this may take a few minutes, so I will come back later. Okay, finally made it to the Windows desktop. And if you use Easy to Boot, if it asks you to remove this driver, always tell it yes. Because if you don't, you will get a blue screen eventually. So now we can take our Easy to Boot drive out. And now I'll plug my regular flash drive in, and we'll get some drivers installed via Snappy Driver. Because without drivers, this is kind of useless. Okay. SDI. Wait, I think I need this one. And give it a little bit to populate the list. Unblock all that, and we will select all, except for my external mouse, of course. Alright. And we'll let it run. Okay, I got all the drivers installed along with the unofficial XP Service Pack 4, as noted by version 2014 there. So this laptop is pretty much good to go, aside from the optical drive and it needing a battery. Batteries for this are pretty affordable, but the battery, the CD drive, I haven't checked yet. But I want to end this video by seeing how well this laptop can play a YouTube video in the year 2023. And it seems appropriate because, believe it or not, I actually opened my YouTube account back in 2006 on this same model laptop. Okay, I don't know why my pal didn't come up. This is a fork of the Pale Moon browser, based off of Firefox. But it's not wanting to do anything. How odd. CPU is at 100%. That's kind of concerning. Ah, here we go. And of course now we get two of them because I've clicked it twice. Okay, this keyboard feels disgusting. That's another thing that needs to be replaced on here is the keyboard. Have it connected through Ethernet right now instead of wireless. Oh yeah. Something tells me this is going to be a bit dreadful. Yeah, I would not recommend this. Although, I will say, I did have this laptop, the original one, back around 2015, 2016, and it could decently play a YouTube video. But it looks like those days are over with. Okay, let's put in my name here and see what comes up. Hopefully nothing exposing me. Did it even take it? There we go. Now it's taking it. Nostalgia Mall. I'm trying to play one of my own videos on here. By the way, this laptop has really good speakers. That's something that impressed me as soon as I got this laptop back in 06. It was, it just sounded amazing for a laptop. This laptop might melt before I even get my channel loaded on here. Okay, it's trying to load my latest video. I don't know how far we're going to get, especially since I don't have an ad blocker on here. It's probably going to be playing an ad first. That will probably make this thing explode. I'm asking way too much of this poor laptop. It's not 2006 anymore. I'm sorry, Inspiron 6000. Okay, I wound up putting it out of its misery. It was not wanting to load anything, and I don't want to burn this poor thing up, so let's just open up one of the coolest features of this laptop to me when I got it. Media Center. Maybe. You never know around here. Aha. Oh, I remember that sound. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yes. I'll optimize it how it looks. Built-in display. Widescreen 16:9. Well, technically this is a 16:10, I believe. Oh yes, here's what everyone wanted back in the day. XP Media Center. Ain't that beautiful? And we got to close it out so we can hear the famous sound. I watched so much stuff through Media Center on this laptop back in the day. Always makes that doom doom sound when you close. I don't know why. Also got Dell Quick Set installed on here, which gives me access to the volume control thing there. So I guess that'll about do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this. It was nice getting able to use this old laptop once again. Needs a few little parts here and there, but nothing major. So until next time, this is Billy Core signing off. Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You may also support me on Patreon if you would like. Until next time, this is Billy Core signing off.